Why did I become who I was? First I was a fan of the music, you know what I'm saying, before I even thought about rapping. LL Cool J was the one who made me like first start writing rhymes.
It's crazy how even the rap god himself had doubts when he first started out. He thought he wasn't good enough at the beginning of his career.
I was afraid, like I was afraid early on, like 15, 16 years old, I was afraid that to go into any clubs or anything like that to say my raps because I felt like I wasn't good enough yet. So I had to get to a certain spot, and then I was trying to I was just making songs. I don't know.
Rap god Eminem. Has anyone ever heard this rap and not been impressed?
Nah, I think of lyrics in my head all the time though.
And what do you write your lyrics down in? Do you do it on a computer? Do you write on a scrap of paper, or you just keep it in your head?
I try to keep them in my head, but I write everything, anything that's around that I can write on, this desk, whatever.
You would
I'll
scribble
write
it
on
down?
it. Yeah, because I'm not good at keeping thoughts. I get scatterbrained sometimes, and I might try to remember what was I thinking of earlier, and I won't remember it, so I gotta write it down. So I write my rhymes on anything.
Have you ever wondered how he makes these magnificent songs? Like, how is it even possible to have a talent like this to make these miracles? So if that's the case, this video was made for you. Stay with me so I will show you how Rap God's lyrics were made by him.
Still make music, to still be creating, but be away.
Usually when I write my songs, the formula for me writing my songs is pretty simple. I write the verses and then just sum up all the verses with a hook, you know what I'm saying? And just sum it up. But my delivery and the way I say things across the mic, I make sure that is just perfect.
Eminem's key advice is to keep it real. He tells artists to share their own stories, be open about their feelings, and let raw emotions shine in their lyrics. In the realm of Rap God, connecting with listeners happens through these genuine tales. He casually mentioned, "I don't usually sit down and write my lyrics. They just pop into my head. I'm not even trying. They just pre-ring in my head naturally." It's all about that spontaneous flow for him.
But I always try to approach each song slightly different, and even if I can't, okay, I've got a song that maybe was kind of like this 10 years ago, let me put a little twist on it. It's that's kind of the mind frame, and I write and write till I can't, till my brain hurts, and I write every day.
Imagine your song as a captivating story unfolding in people's minds. Eminem firmly believes that weaving a compelling narrative in your lyrics is crucial. Whether it's drawn from your own experiences or a fictional creation, a gripping tale holds people's attention from start to finish. Let's talk feelings. According to Eminem, it's all about really connecting with your listeners. Whether it's joy, pain, anger, or love, when you infuse your genuine emotions into your lyrics, and how you sing them is like leaving behind an emotional echo that lingers even after the song ends. Now, where does Eminem get his ideas? Well, they're not fake, they just pop into his head while he's living his natural life. He mentioned, "In a single day, I might have 6 to 12 ideas. I jot them down, and after a week, I can put them all together and write a song." It's as simple as letting those real-life moments inspire your musical creativity.
I've scribbled out many a rhymes on my pad, feeling like, I already got something that's like that, And I made a lot of songs. When I think back about how many songs I've actually made, I don't know how many I've made, but I made a lot of songs. And I make a lot of songs for each album.
Eminem's magic isn't just in what he says, but in how he does it. He's like a pro chef in the rap kitchen, telling you to spice up your rhymes, play with words, and serve it with the perfect delivery. It's like turning a catchy tune into one you'll remember forever.
I don't like this whole song, but I like these couple of lines, so I might recycle them and use them in something later. I find myself doing that a lot.
Eminem's music is divisive because his message seems to go straight from his mind to the microphone with hardly any filter. It's like tuning into a live therapy session that makes Tony Soprano look stable. You can easily think Marshall is speaking straight from his heart and his unique experiences.
I don't know if you ever be sitting around writing some shit and you're like, man, nobody's gonna get this shit.
Yeah.
And then you're like, all right, well, let me just try it and see if anybody does.
Right.
But that's kind of beauty of wordplay.
Right.
It's like sometimes people ain't gonna get it the first listen, they'll get it the second, third, fourth, fifth listen.
Let's dive into something more interesting. Eminem does things the old school way. He uses a pen and paper, and actually, in his opinion, it's super comfy.
Something about, for me, I can keep ideas on my phone too, but something about the pen and paper to me is better just because I can look at all my ideas and I can see them at once. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't feel like, oh man, what was that thing I said that one day? Shit.
Here's something even more fascinating. Eminem keeps his lyrics in a secure box.
This is a pad from a hotel in Paris, looks like.
Yeah.
And you just scribbled that. You have 4 little words, just scribbled
Yeah.
that. How do you even read this? This is tiny.
I know what it says, I guess. I don't know, that I might use that, actually.
He's got this classic way of keeping all those lyrics, treating them like a treasure trove. You can just tell he genuinely cares about each and every one of them.
So it's just like when I
I've
fill
done
this
letters
up.
from crazy people, and they kind of look like this.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah. Either all in capital letters or sort of scrawled on pages like this.
Yeah. Well, that's probably because I'm crazy.
He really put in the effort for his work, you know? Like, he wasn't just jotting stuff down and rapping it out. The rap world doesn't really roll like that. And he was genuinely trying to create a solid song.
I want to make sure everything is perfect for me so I can listen to my ish a million times and not find a flaw.
One of his fans mentioned he doesn't merely rhyme words, he bends them, pairs them, and has even contributed to the inclusion of "stan" in the dictionary. Eminem is a master at breaking down words into syllables, using them like bullets. He meticulously stitches together syllables and words, creating a grand rhyme. His lyrics are a journey from start to finish, with a flow that persists despite any obstacles in its way. His rap is akin to a motorcycle weaving through traffic, effortlessly blasting through clusters and emerging untouched. It's simply amazing. Ultimately, even though he writes like a rap god, he must rap like one too. This duality is what makes him the rap god, as no one else comes close to both writing and rapping like he does. It's the total musical package that renders him so great. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, hit subscribe and notification bell for more music insights. And if you're curious about more songwriting secrets, check out our next video. Billie Eilish and Phineas reveal how to write a hit song in 8 minutes.